Hello. Thank you all so much for joining me. It's an absolute pleasure on behalf of everybody here at Regent Seven Seas Cruises and the Cruise Web to be here and speaking with you a little bit about Regent Seven Seas Cruises and really what makes it such an unrivaled experience. First of all, I just want to make sure and let you know that we're thinking about you, making sure, hoping that you're safe and healthy. And that's number one, is that we need to take care of ourselves. Mentally, physically, just making sure. Part of the mental health, I think, of being in quarantine and being in this interesting time is just looking forward to the future and what it will bring. And although it may be a different kind of normal for us, we are making the steps to ensure that we make sure that everybody's going to be safe and traveling safe, but still being able to get out there and discovering the world. It's so important, I think that's definitely a passion for all of us, especially me. And that's why I'm in the industry that I'm in. So I'm just so pleased to be here with you. And thank you all so much again for taking the time out of your busy schedule to, just sit back and just kind of think about the future and what places that you would like to go to next. So where will you go next? So talking a little bit about the unrivaled experience of Regent Seven Seas Cruises, it really means that every luxury is truly included. So starting from business class air, we do include airfare, economy class air for any departures that are leaving domestically throughout the US and Canada, but also, it's business class air for anything that starts over the water. It's absolutely incredible. You're definitely starting in luxury from the very first point of departure. But the unlimited shore excursions, so many different ways for you to immerse yourself in those beautiful destinations across the globe. And oftentimes having a one-night hotel prior to cruising, just to kind of get, your sea legs ready for what's about to happen. Unlimited beverages, including fine wines and premium spirits, open bars and lounges, plus every single category has a mini bar that is replenished daily. So whether you wanted that to be alcoholic or non, it's completely up to you. You let us know and we'll make sure that that is replenished for you. If there's a specific type of sparkling water that you like, a specific soda or juice that you like in the morning, we'll make sure that you have that there. Prepaid gratuities, specialty restaurants, transfers between the airport and ship if you are using our air package, unlimited Wi-Fi, and just brand new is our valet laundry service. This is something new because we had free laundry on board, but they were with launderettes that were on pretty much every deck. And unfortunately, in this new time, that's not going to be something that can really be used. So why not offer free valet laundry across the board? So that's an incredible addition to the list that we currently have as well. So talking a little bit about being on board, and wanted to talk to you a little bit about the different strategies that we're taking and the different steps that we're taking to ensure that not only you are safe, but also our staff. We want to make sure that we do this right, and we can't wait to get back into the water and get you on board. So starting with our Healthy Sail panel, we have these two incredible gentlemen that are going to be leading several professionals, doctors, people that are professionals in the disease in hospitals, and as well as the hospitality industry as well. So we have two gentlemen that have worked with Royal Caribbean and also with us that will also be on the team as well. So a lot of PhDs, a lot of MDs, a lot of these great brains coming together to figure out what will be the next steps for us to get back into the water. So we're doing everything we possibly can to get this started, but in a healthy and right way. So we've already come up with a few things to ensure that your safety as well as our staff, starting with our ships, continually disinfecting the ships, ensuring that they are certified virus-free to begin with, and then dedicating public health officer on every single departure. And yes, we might even have to change our itineraries, but we're going to have upgraded medical grade air filters for you specifically, starting from embarkation, just making sure that we are doing an extensive pre-embarkation health screening. And, just hearing the news and different things that are coming out with the rapid testing and all of that, we'll be definitely taking advantage of all of the different tools that we possibly can to ensure that everybody is healthy as they board Regent Seven Seas Cruises. Socially responsible check-in, no-touch food service, which actually is pretty great because we already have a no-touch food service for the most part within Regent Seven Seas Cruises. Most of our dining is coursed, so not a whole lot of buffet style service, but we do have a few options in that area that will be slightly changed. Increased social distancing throughout the ship, as well as partnering with our hotels that we use and our tour operators that we use to ensure that the same level of safety is going on across the board with all of these places, not just on board our ships. But then also with the crew, I know that the crew is like family to our guests, so we want to make sure that they are taken care of because they're our family as well. So we'll make sure that they are at the same standards of being healthy that we are and our guests as well. So now diving a little bit into the fun part of Regent Seven Seas Cruises and really what brings us apart from the rest. And it's really these 5 unique things. These are kind of known to be our pillars. Over the last couple of years, we've been asking our esteemed travel partners, like with the CruiseWeb, as well as our past guests, just asking them what's unique about Regent that really keeps them coming back. And these are the 5 things. Immersive exploration, impeccable service, luxurious suites, exquisite cuisine, and of course, every luxury included with that amazing list that I had shown you before. So starting with immersive exploration, we really try and provide different unique ways, not just the shore excursions, but also, the pre and post land programs. We visit so many different places across the globe that we want to be able to give you the chance that you have been waiting for, and all of the different opportunities that you can have in immersing yourself. So speaking of long lists, here's another long list of the different ways that we will help you immerse yourself in that destination. So yes, starting from the free and limited shore excursions, and we also have, Regent Choice shore excursions, and these are just an option. We have so many free and limited shore excursions, you wouldn't need to purchase one if you didn't want to. But if there's a place that you've always wanted to go and you always wanted to do a specific thing, more likely than not, we have it available, or you can always use one of our private car and drivers as well. So with the Regent Choice shore excursions, this basically just brings the amount of capacity of people down into a smaller group, and it's also just a little bit elevated. So it's more like maybe like a helicopter to an ice glacier. We also have, like I said, pre-post land programs, and many of them in our exotic itineraries are included in the cruise fare. So you think about everything that's going to be included in the cruise fare, and you start breaking out the different things that you really enjoy when you're on vacation. So whether it's that glass of wine or that shore experience, even tipping the incredible family members that, these great friends of yours that have been making your experience with Regent incredible, all of that being included, it really just opens up the time. Instead of thinking of like all of these things that you have to pay for while you're on vacation, it really opens up the time to really just focus on the experience. So whether that's to just get closer with your family or to immerse yourself into the destination or get to know the locals a bit more, that's the whole point, is so that you can focus on the important stuff. We have overland programs, pre and post hotel programs, and so many overnights with our itineraries. And that's just a great way for you to be able to, get to know the culture a little bit more. 2 full days of shore excursions, and then also overnighting gives you the experience to kind of go out at night and just enjoy the place that you might not have been able to. on a regular itinerary that's very port intensive. And then just, noting that we go to over 350 UNESCO World Heritage Sites. So it's pretty incredible all the different ways and tools that we can provide to you. But again, with the Regent Choice shore excursions, again, it's just kind of making more of a small group and something just a little bit above and beyond, but it is highly discounted. So it's definitely not, we can definitely tell you how much it's worth and how much you will be paying. Many of them are 40 to 50% discount. So talking a little bit about our worldwide destinations, a lot of people think, okay, so what size of ships do you have and what kind of areas can you go into? Well, we have 5 luxury pointed ships and they're mid-size, so nothing over 750 guests. So we really can go to quite a few destinations that a lot of the bigger ships can't. So here's just a map of the world and just an idea of all the different sections of destinations that we really go through. And I really wanted to highlight a few destinations that will be coming up in 2021 and some really great offers that we have going on right now with the CruiseWeb specifically. They're such a great partner with us, and we can't talk enough positive about them. So I'm going to point out a few things, a few reasons why you really should book with the CruiseWeb because they have some incredible tools for you. So starting with Alaska, I mean, what a great kind of, domestic location to think about for 2021 is, something kind of in our backyard. Doesn't take too long to get there, right? So just taking a look at some of the itineraries that we have both northbound and southbound. They are 7 nights. And it's going to be on our Seven Seas Explorer. So this is one of our brand new ships. She just came out in 2016 and she is 100% balcony, 100% suite. So I'll show you a few pictures down the road, but wanted to point out a few itineraries here, but also some itineraries that are specific with the CruiseWeb and what they can offer you. So what the CruiseWeb does is they actually are able to have the lowest price possible that we've ever had on some of these itineraries. They actually are able to get group space right when the itineraries launch, and we're constantly increasing our pricing, so they're able to hold that price. And so this is only with the CruiseWeb, so just ensure that you're asking them for whatever opportunities that they might have for you. So for an example is the May 26th departure. They are offering $400 shipboard credit, and they have a lower price than we currently have right now out there. And then, of course, like I said, we do have northbound as well, and they have 2 itineraries specifically that offer the shipboard credit and the lowest price guarantee as well. So we do also have the option for the San Francisco to Vancouver as well, as she's making her way up there. So I did want to talk a little bit about the pre and post land programs. And so in each of these areas, I kind of wanted to show you the different ways that you can immerse yourself both pre or post. So this is one of our most popular land programs, Discover Denali in Seward, Alaska is where it starts. It's 4 nights of hotel accommodations, daily breakfast, and specialized tours. It is #1 and will most likely sell out of every departure. So this is always a good one to take a look at and decide if it's right for you. It is for an additional cost, this one, but totally worth it. And then the Mediterranean, we're going to hop on over to Europe. Again, this is including business class air across the water, so that's automatic in the prices. So taking a look, so we both go east and west in the Mediterranean, so I kind of want to show you a couple different options of itineraries that we have going on. And what do you know, the CruiseWeb has another wonderful opportunity for you here. So we do also offer single specials as well. So if you are a single guest, or if you know someone that likes to travel maybe with a group of people, but they like to be on their own in their own suite, we do offer on specific itineraries as low as just a 25% additional single supplement. So incredible pricing for our single guests as well. So in this particular itinerary does offer the 25% single supplement, but again, also the CruiseWeb is offering $400 shipboard credit on this date. Barcelona to Monte Carlo, beautiful itinerary. Venice to Istanbul, again, $400 shipboard credit from the CruiseWeb here. And if you have sailed with us before, once you start sailing with us, we offer savings on several select dates as well. This one, it's called the Seven Seas Society Savings. And this one is up to $1,500 depending on the category that you choose. So incredible savings. So once you start sailing with us, it's just even better because the savings just keep coming. So just wanted to point out that we do offer Seven Seas Society savings on several itineraries. This one, Venice to Istanbul, so now we're looking a little bit more to the east side of the Mediterranean. Also incredible itinerary. Istanbul is such a beautiful city. I had the opportunity of sailing on the Seven Seas Voyager last year, and we overnighted in Istanbul. It was absolutely beautiful. What a great city to have 2 full days of tours and to be able to hang out with the locals at night. We went out to dinner and just, walked around the city. It's just beautiful. So moving on to the land programs. Again, also land programs are pretty much available to you for an additional cost in almost every single departure. So if you're interested in doing something a little extra pre or post, make sure that you ask your CruiseWeb advisor about that. So many great opportunities. Again, Athens, Greece, 3-night hotel accommodations, select meals, transportation, and specialized tours. What a great way to see the city over several days. Talking a little bit about Northern Europe, we have so many incredible itineraries with Northern Europe. So, it's just such a big area up there, so many different ways to really immerse yourself up there. Several round-trip London opportunities, and this is on the Seven Seas Splendor, which is our brand new ship that just came out in February this year, right before everything just kind of went crazy. We were able to inaugurate her here in Miami, Florida, and it was a great time, but unfortunately, shortly after, we had to suspend our voyages. So she's just hanging out there with the rest of the family of vessels, waiting to be boarded by you. So I'm going to go into some really cool pictures of the Seven Seas Splendor. I can't wait to show that to you. So this is a great Northern Europe itinerary. Again, business class air included. This is a 10-night round trip London, but take a look at this round trip London itinerary. And by the way, the CruiseWeb is offering you $400 shipboard credit on this date as well. So this one's a 12-night going around the British Isles. But this is more of a typical itinerary for Northern Europe. Copenhagen to Stockholm or vice versa, 10 nights, does a couple overnights in St. Petersburg. Great city to overnight as well, $400 from the CruiseWeb on this itinerary. Summer in Greenland, New York to Reykjavik. What an incredible way to even go from local all the way to Reykjavik. A 16-night extravagant, beautiful on the Seven Seas Navigator. Greatest, and this is also has the lowest price, so they have a lower price than what we're offering today. So just make sure and ask them about those special prices. And again, just talking a little bit about pre and post land programs. 3 nights hotels, select meals, transportation in London, or how about Oslo? So just a lot of cool ways to do something a little bit different pre or post. Now hiding into Asia a little bit. So a lot of great itineraries here as well. Tokyo to Hong Kong, round trip Tokyo. This is a very popular itinerary, as you can imagine, 12 nights, best of Japan. The CruiseWeb does have the lowest price on this as well with $400 shipboard credit. And again, the pre and post land programs. Now with the more exotic itineraries, just reminding you that a lot of these are included in the cruise fare. So you're getting business class air, you're getting the transfers, and you're getting a pre or post land program included in the cruise fare. Many of these itineraries in the exotic areas, so make sure that you ask about those itineraries. So for example, this one, Chengdu and its pandas, 4 nights hotel accommodation, select meals, transportation, and specialized tours in this incredible area of Hong Kong. So just take a look at that. And then also Australia, New Zealand, just wanted to touch on that because this was actually my very first cruise with Regent Seven Seas Cruises. It was absolutely beautiful. It was actually this one right here, Auckland to Sydney. And it was on the Seven Seas Voyager, but this itinerary is on the Seven Seas Explorer, which, like I said before, in our Alaska. So right after she's done with Alaska, she's going to come down and do Australia, New Zealand, and Asia. So an incredible ship, so beautiful. I was on her just a couple years ago in the Mediterranean too. She was named the most luxurious ship ever built, and she led up to her name by far. The Seven Seas Splendor, her sister that just came, is known to be luxury perfected. The decks, you know, the outlook of the decks are very similar, but the color schemes are completely different, and she really, truly is luxury perfected. So a great ship for a great location, and the CruiseWeb has, of course, $400 shipper credit on this date as well. Singapore to Sydney, as it kind of goes up into Asia, we have those itineraries available to you. This one, 18 nights exploring Australia. So again, with the land programs, alluring Australian capitals, 3 nights hotel, meals, transportation, of course. Absolutely incredible to have those free programs. So now diving into onboard, right? So we've talked a lot about immersing yourself, right? So let's talk a little bit about the ships. So what's included with the Regent experience is that impeccable service. So whether it's, you know, the attendants, the room attendants, or the butlers, or our food and beverage team, or really any of our tour teams, anybody on the ship is just a gleaming smile. These people are our family, and they are hilarious. They all have their own unique personalities, and they really just make it come to life. They could make the onboard, you know, experience come to life, truly. They will recognize you if you keep coming back again and again. I can't tell you how many times I've gone on board and they recognize me, I recognize them. It's incredible family that we have with the onboard staff. So can't wait for you to get on board and find that family on there. The onboard life. So both during the day and at nighttime, there's so much to do. A lot of our guests actually prefer to do the transatlantic voyages because there's so many sea days, and they get a chance to hang out with the staff, of course, but there's so many different things going on throughout the day. So whether it's tea time or trivia or playing a little mini golf up on the pool deck, lounging by the pool, the daytime is completely filled and packed with all different kinds of things for you to do. We even have guest lectures on board, you know, talking about the next port of call and unique information about that port of call, the history, the culture. It's really, these people are esteemed individuals that come on and really have passion for the ports of call. But then also in the evening, so we have an incredible, you know, something production at 9:30 every single night. But then we also have all different kinds of lounges with, we have our Regent Orchestra always playing. We have karaoke. We have usually different dancing couples. So we might have like a salsa night. We have, you know, might have a pianist. You know, there's so much music and camaraderie and just, you know, meeting new people and getting to know everyone. It's an incredible thing at night. There's nothing like it. So I'll show you some pictures of the lounges here in a minute as well. And exquisite cuisine. We have up to 3 specialty restaurants on each of our vessels. And of course, we have our Compass Rose, which is our flagship restaurant, which is across the entire fleet. And the specialty restaurants, you do have to have a reservation, but you can book those up to 90 days prior to sailing now. So you have all that time to make those reservations, but then once you're on board, you can change it up a little bit if you meet people, invite them to dinner. But then also Compass Rose is magnificent. It is plated, it is coursed. A lot of times the menus will have options from the specialty restaurants, but the menu in Compass Rose is incredible. Not only will it have the chef's suggestions on one side, but then on the other side, you really can piece your meal together. For any of those foodies out there, I mean, that's a dream. So you get to kind of put your protein with the sauce and the vegetable and how you want that cooked, and it's amazing. So Compass Rose is always there. And then there's a few other options for open dining as well. One of my favorites being La Veranda and Sette Mare, which I'll get into in a little bit with some pictures. But here are the names of all of the restaurants that we do have on board. Compass Rose, obviously being our flagship restaurant. Prime 7 Seafood and Steakhouse. Chartreuse is our French restaurant. Pacific Rim is Pan-Asian. La Veranda is American style during breakfast and lunch. And then La Veranda then turns into Sette Mare, which is an incredible Italian restaurant for you to enjoy off the back of the ship. So again, I'll come up with some fun pictures here. So just taking a look at some of the pictures of these incredible restaurants. Chartreuse, which is our French restaurant. La Veranda, again, just Pacific Rim, which is on our Seven Seas Explorer and Seven Seas Splendor. And then talking a little bit about the suites. Cannot say enough about the suites. They are home away from home, starting at just 301 square feet with a 50 square foot balcony, walk-in closets, marble pointed bathrooms, and a separate sitting area. Incredible views. So again, like I wanted to remind you that all of our ships are 100% suite, 99% balcony. 4 out of 5 of our ships is 100% balcony. There's only one ship, the Seven Seas Navigator, that has a few picture window suites, but nothing on the inside, absolutely nothing. So again, starting at 301 square feet. So I'm going to show you some entry-level suites here. This is on the Seven Seas Splendor. This is the concierge suite. So just take a look at how beautiful the bed is facing out towards the ocean. And here's the Seven Seas Explorer. This is a penthouse. Knowing that every single ship, every single suite has a unique personality to it. So they're all just a little bit different. And as you'll notice, there is a bottle of champagne waiting. In every single category, there will be a bottle of champagne waiting for you once you board and you're able to get into your suite. That's what's waiting for you. It just really sets the tone for the rest of your vacation. So this is the concierge suite on the Voyager, deluxe veranda suite on the Mariner, and then here is the Splendor concierge suite. Take a look at that bathroom. Holy moly. So this is the bathroom of what you're going to see on the majority of the suites on the Seven Seas Splendor. Separate shower and tub. There is a shower actually back a little bit further behind that bathtub, as well as stand-up shower, glass enclosed. So, I mean, just incredible, the unique places for these suites. And then, of course, we have our Regent Suite. So if you don't know anything about our Regent Suite, we have 2 suites. We have one on each ship, which is the Seven Seas Splendor and the Seven Seas Explorer. This suite is over 4,400 square feet. And it comes with so many amenities. And if you're ever interested, feel free to let us know. We'd love to get into it with you and just talk to you a little bit about the Regent Suite. So talk about our fleet. I did say that we had 5 ships in the water. So these 4, starting with these 4, the Seven Seas Navigator in the bottom right is only 490 guests. And the Mariner and Voyager are both 700. And the Seven Seas Explorer, which came out in 2016, is 750 guests. And then the Seven Seas Splendor just came out in February, and she's also 750 guests. Luxury perfected, and here comes the fun stuff with the pictures of the Seven Seas Splendor. Please take a look. Every time I see pictures of her, she just reminds me of a crisp glass of champagne, doesn't she not? Just the gold, how bright she is, the different rooms, the unique colors on the chairs and the walls. The decorations are just incredible. The light blues, the grays, the white marble, just absolutely beautiful. We do have a culinary arts kitchen on both the Seven Seas Explorer and Seven Seas Splendor. Take a look at that backdrop behind while you're cooking, that incredible view of the ocean back there. So these classes are for a small supplement price, but then also you can expand on these classes And you can go, they're called gourmet explorer tours, like I was saying before, immersing yourself in the culture. You actually take the class out, go to the local markets and get the spices and the different things to bring on to cook. Just an incredible opportunity for anybody that's really into, you know, the culinary aspect of vacation. Splendor Lounge, so this is perfect location. It's right before you go into Compass Rose, so you can get an aperitif before dinner, and then it's also on the same level as the incredible theater for the 9:30 performance. So all sorts of entertainment in that theater. We have everything from, you know, musicians coming in, comedians, and then obviously Broadway-esque, I mean, incredible plays and musicals that come in there. Amazing. So, I mean, but if you don't want to hang out in the theater, you can always come to this lounge or any of the other lounges that are hosting either karaoke or jukebox or the orchestra. So this is the Compass Rose. So this is the flagship restaurant. This is a restaurant that I can't stop talking about with the menu and the different options. I mean, you have, and it's such a large restaurant that really you can go in and out as you please. There's, you know, you don't have to have a reservation for this restaurant. And a lot of people just almost prefer to go here over the specialty restaurants. There's so many different ways. And this is my favorite. So this is La Veranda. It's off the back of the ship on the pool deck. You walk through, there's an inside portion and then there's an outside portion. And so La Veranda turns into Seni Mare, which is Italian. And just imagine yourself as the ship is leaving an Italian port of call, or any port of call for that matter, and the sun is setting and you're out there drinking your wine, having your gnocchi. I mean, it's amazing. Just that whole ambiance. And so the Seven Seas Splendor actually has these cool partitions, as you can see, that really is going to help with our social distancing now. So really the Splendor is up to par. And again, the Splendor is going to be in Europe next year. So don't, you know, if you have any ideas on maybe going to Northern Europe or even any of those earlier, later med dates, the Splendor will be there. So she is one of a kind ships. So talking a little bit about that Regent Suite. So here's the dining room of that Regent Suite. Take a look at that view. The Regent Suite sits 3 decks above the bridge. It is on the very top deck of the entire ship. Basically takes half the deck. It's an incredible suite. Every time I go view it when it's here in Miami, I get lost when I'm just touring the suite. It's absolutely incredible. But like I said, the personality of the suites, again, this is all Seven Seas Splendor, but I want you to take a look at the unique color schemes. I mean, look at that mirror with the green emerald. I mean, the furniture is just so welcoming, and a superior suite. So now we're getting into the entry level, and right here, ladies and gentlemen, is the entry level suite on the Seven Seas Splendor. Absolutely gorgeous. So let's talk about where to next. So where are you thinking for 2021 or even 2022? So I do want to let you in on a September offer that we are having going on, which is Elevate Your Experience. And so this is for anything for select dates in Europe, so Mediterranean and Northern Europe, some of those itineraries I was just telling you about with that Seven Seas Splendor, you are going to automatically be having a 2-category upgrade with all of the inclusions of that upgrade. So whether you're going from a deluxe to a concierge, you will now have the opportunity to book your shore excursions earlier, book your dining earlier, and then having those onboard amenities. And then if you pay for a concierge, you might get into a penthouse where you get that butler experience. So anyways, it's just a great way for us to really thank you and get you kind of excited about the future and where you want to go, and on such an incredible vessel as well. But then also, if you want to hang around local, Alaska and Canada, New England, we're offering free first class air. So normally that's domestic, now it's first class. And just think about the value of the price, especially some of those dates where the CruiseWeb actually has lower prices than we have right now. I mean, just the incredible value of getting that first class air ticket to the destination and then hopping on that beautiful Seven Seas Explorer. So think about that. That is for September, and feel free to let the Cruise Web know if you are interested. Another part of this offer is Regent Reassurance. And I just wanted to kind of go over a little bit about that and what that means for you to feel a little bit more comfortable about booking travel right now, because I know it kind of seems a little stressful. But so you don't go into percentage penalties until a certain amount of time. And at that point, you get a refund minus $100 per person administration fee, which technically is a future cruise credit, so you don't lose any money there. But once you start getting into percentage penalties, 15, 50%, 75%, you have the opportunity to cancel for any reason up to 15 days prior to sailing and receive 100% future cruise credit. So if you have any questions about that, feel free to let us know. That future cruise credit would be good for any departure through the end of 2022 that you could use that future cruise credit on if it came to that point that you wanted to cancel that close into your date that you want to select now. So if you have any questions, feel free to let the Cruise Web know. And if they have any questions, I'm always available. So feel free to ask away. So then I also wanted to talk to you about make sure that you ask the Cruise Web for any other additional offers, because we're constantly working together, trying to make sure that you get the best value from your vacation. So make sure and reach out to them for any exclusive offers on top of what I've already talked about with the Cruise Web. And they're such incredible partners, and we support each other so much, and we're just happy to be in this industry. And so with that, that's really all that I have to really discuss with you today. But it's been so amazing. I know that we have a few questions in the chat box, and if you have any additional questions, feel free to enter them in. I am going to go ahead and answer a few of those right now. So let me just check on a few of them here. First question, when will Regent start sailing again? Which is a great question. And unfortunately, I don't have the absolute answer to that, but I am hoping very soon. As I mentioned before, with our sail panel and the health protocols that we're already putting into place, and the fact that we're luxury, we already have an incredible space to guest ratio already, we will probably bring those numbers down even a little bit to make sure that everybody can socially distance at a well rate, mainly for like the restaurants and the lounges and the theater. But we're going to take all those precautions. We're going to make sure that you stay safe, but we also don't want to take away from that luxury experience. But there really isn't, we're going to take every precaution possible. And even with the dining, like I said before, we already have those coursed menu options. So really excited to get back into the water and showcase that for you. So the next question, let me see. How much are the included tours worth? Great question. The included tours, the free and limited shore excursions, by the way, it's not just one or two. It's up to 15 choices in each port of call. So there's so many, so you get to choose what kind of vacation you want. So that's what's great about that. And they are up to a value of $250 per person. So they are not just regular, run-of-the-mill shore excursions, and it's not like you just have one to choose from. You have so many to choose from, and they're up to a value of $250 per person. Those Regent Choice tours go above that, and so that's why there is a supplement fee, but it's significantly discounted. So I hope that answers your question. But if you have any other questions on that, feel free to let the Cruise Web know. Type it in the chat box. And then if we wanted to select our own flights, how much would that be? Great question. So the air is included, and you do have the option to choose your own flights if you'd like, up to 240 days out from sailing, which is a long time. So if you like specific airlines, whatever the case is, feel free to let the Cruise Web know. It is $175 per person, but you literally can choose the date, the time, the airline, everything to the minute, both pre and post, and it's just the $175 the one time. You just have to make sure you have all of it kind of set up in the beginning, and it's just a one-time fee. Also, if you ever wanted to take the air off of the cruise package, because let's say you have points and you want to kind of do it on your own, we always like to take care of you from beginning to end. So we always say stick with us on the air because the transports are included that way. But if you did want to take it off, you certainly can, and you would get a discount off of that cruise fare. So it is an option. So totally up to you. And then, okay, so we are approaching the end of my time. So I'm going to answer one more question. But if I didn't answer any of your questions or if I didn't quite get to it, make sure and let CruiseWeb know, and they will make sure and get that answered for you because they'll come to me if they have any questions, okay? So the last question, oh, this is a fun one. Where is your next Regent cruise going to be? That is a very good question. I was ready to go to Alaska this year, and unfortunately that didn't happen. So because the Seven Seas Explorer is in Alaska next year, that might have to be my next place to go. I've yet to be there. I've been all over the world, but I've never been to Alaska. So that would definitely be next on my list. But on my bucket list, I have yet to be to Asia. I have been to Australia, New Zealand, but not Asia. So that's going to be on my bucket list, as well as Africa. So those are two big bucket list items for me, but I think Alaska's for me next year. So I hope that you join me on that Alaska cruise. Again, it's been such a pleasure to be here with you today. Let me know if you have any questions, let the CruiseWeb know, and I hope that you have an incredible rest of your day and enjoy. Keep dreaming, stay safe, be well, and let's go travel the world. Thank you. Bye.